any predictions for next week's episode? Drew, I'm going to start with you because you kind of were
Yes.
teasing a prediction.
Yeah, so one is the payoff from the very first episode of Bucky making amends with the guy whose son he killed on a mission.
Yep.
I don't expect that until really the last 5-10 minutes
I
of
was
this.
thinking the exact same
Yeah.
thing. Yep.
It'll be after the main stuff has been resolved, and then we'll get to see some nice, tying up some of these little plot threads. Another is we'll get to see Taurus trying on the wings, maybe trying them. It reminds me at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy 2 in one of the mid-credit scenes where the guy was trying out the whistle thing, the whatever that.
Right.
So he'll be. So I think Taurus will be trying to play with the wings a little bit, whether it's the end or in a mid-credit scene. We may also get to see the power broker might not actually be revealed until a post or mid-credit scene. So I'm totally speculating here. I'm just going out on a limb with those.
That's some good stuff there. I like that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Kyle.
What's in the box? What's in the box? Sam Wilson will make his first appearance on screen in the new Captain America outfit, which will be designed by Wakanda to represent not only Steve Rogers, but incorporate aspects of the Falcon costume as well to complement Sam's abilities as the Falcon and as his representation of Captain America. We talked about the gray area of the shield and who owns it. In my opinion, as of Avengers Endgame, that shield was property of Steve Rogers. Tony Stark, I think the Stark family owned it. Tony Stark gave it to Steve Rogers in Avengers Endgame, and Steve Rogers gave it to Sam Wilson. That shield currently is Sam Wilson's property, no matter what anybody else says at this point.
It's interesting that you say that because for Sam to open up that box and get the Captain America version of his wings, and now that he has the shield, this means that Wakanda had to sign off on this. Basically, and because they are giving him Wakandan technology, which they don't like to do given outside. That means they have to believe in him, and also someone has to believe in Bucky's endorsement as well as Steve Rogers. And obviously they had Steve Rogers. They believed in him, and they were able to give Steve help, obviously. So this goes deep in how important that they believe in Sam. But what I find important here that I did want to bring up is the conversation that Sam has with Isaiah Bradley. Isaiah basically is saying no self-respecting black man would ever pick up that shield. And then there's the line about how you and including the conversation he has with his sister
Sarah.
about Sarah, yes, about Isaiah getting in his head, and also with Bucky about don't let someone define you, tell you who you should be. And I love the fact that I think that we're gonna get Sam believing that what he thinks is right, and him bringing the shield. And finally feeling like he's the one that should do this because other people believe in him. Now it's about him believing in himself and doing this. And that I hope that we get one more scene with Isaiah in next week's episode going, I was wrong. You were the right man for this. So we'll see.
Well, first of all, Kevin, the conversation in Wakanda went like this. Get that man some wings. but there are a couple other predictions I have. One, I'm predicting like WandaVision, there will be two stingers in a mid-credit scene and an after-credit scene, much like WandaVision. I think one of those will involve Sharon Carter. And I think the second one will be a major setup for something coming in the MCU. Whether it's another leading into another Disney Plus series or something with one of the films, but it's going to be something big. I think
but with one of the characters from this show, right?
With one of the characters from this show, yes.
Yeah, okay.
I'm also going to go out on a limb and say Marvel might not tell us who the power broker is in this season. Kevin Feige has been very open that it looks like we're probably going to have a second season of this show. and that this might be the Marvel flagship show for Disney Plus for a little while, just like The Mandalorian is the Star Wars flagship show.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point.
Hmm.
And this show is setting up the theatrical MCU universe so well
Mhm.
as well, and that's a good point.